We're live, Mr. Puttenbeek. We're live.
Good morning.
Good morning, everybody. I thought I lost him. I was worried about the guy here. Big Hulkster.
I just ran out to get my Eclipse vaccine.
You what? Eclipse vaccine?
Yeah. Make sure I got that ready to go. Yeah.
Oh, that's funny. So are we going to be in the area of totality? I don't think we are, right?
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's further
So
west.
that means then it won't be a full eclipse. It'll just be a partial.
Yeah, I'm not really sure how that works, but it's I don't know, like what's the weather look like for the afternoon, because it's sunny now.
It's supposed to be cloudy, they say.
Yeah, so you're not gonna. It'll get like kind of dark for.
So isn't the governor saying that you should stock up with water in your car?
Yeah, she should stock up on get that. Never mind.
You know what it is? They want to make it look like they can't live without them, right? That they're saving our lives, and so vote us in again, because we're going to save your life. We'll save you from the eclipse.
Doing a great job.
Mimsy, you magical eclipser, you.
Good morning, Lindsay.
Oh, Susan's on top. I knew she would be. We're having 89% eclipse. 89.
That's close.
Look at that. It's not 87. It's not 80.
Not
90. It's not 90. It's 89.
That's what I like.
Susan Brooks.
Yeah.
That's what we work. You're exact here. Exactly. How was your weekend?
Good. Yeah. Saturday just did my thing, and then yesterday I had a bunch of boxing going on. Sparring. Nice. Yeah, it was a good training session. I had about half a dozen people in there.
Cool. Danny Erickson, good morning to you. William Haynes out in Chicago, good morning to you. I had a fun event on Saturday. Went to Rye Playland, which used to be our practice rink for, I guess it's ASHA, the American Special Hockey Association. So all kids with special needs playing tournament. They're fantastic kids too. It's funny, like, I'm the NHL guy there, So they introduced the one guy around the place, Joe Rosario, a really good buddy. He's the one that had a heart attack recently, but looking really good. So he introduced me to this one young man. Guy wanted nothing to do with me. He just walked away. He wasn't being rude. They're so direct with everything. It's there's no nonsense. Yeah. They love you. They love you. If they don't want to talk to you, then it's moving on. So,
did you drive into the Ferris wheel on the way in or anything?
No, it didn't drive into the Ferris wheel. No, it did. Old memories though, right? The old locker room there. Oh God, it was funny.
And Ronnie Lowe took off the side of his truck.
Did? Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I think I dinged possibly the mousetrap thing too going in there.
Yeah, you used to have to drive through the park to get to the back door for the practice facility, locker room there.
Yeah,
man, some great memories. We used to have open practice. I don't know what it is. I always remember those. So Eddie Mio drove a hatchback, Mazda hatchback, and it was he, Barry Beck, Ron Duguay, Ron Grester lived in the city. So one day, right in front after practice, right in front of all of us, I think Gresh got in the driver's side, Bubba got in the back seat or the passenger side, and Duguay got in the back seat. There was no room for Eddie, so he had to sit in the hatchback with the door open in his own car, driving down to the city.
Like Fred Flintstone with the one-way guy.
And of course, we gave it to him forever, right? Like he's actually a really good guy, but he liked to hang around with the big guys. Yeah, big guys, big wheels. So a lot of boxing on Sunday. Usually not that way, right?
So Yuri's not training. He's coming by and sparring, and he's a devout Jewish guy of faith, so he can't train on Saturday.
Oh,
so yeah, we're there yesterday. I had one of my guys that's fighting this coming Saturday. I'll be working his corner, so they sparred because I want the kid to get some work.
Right.
And Yuri's good work.
I want to follow some. I'm going to be careful of this subject too. So a physically healthy Dutch woman, 28, decides to be euthanized because she got really bad depression and everything. I guess people in different countries look at death differently than we do. It seems, I guess they're not even really calling it a suicide. It's she's just getting euthanized, right? So
yeah, I think my view on that is it's not physical, it's mental. So
yeah.
You would hope they try to work through it because, I mean, suicide is not, it's out of the norm anyhow. I mean, that's what it is if you're not physically ill.
Right. So. Well, and up in Canada, it's legal. You can be legally euthanized.
Is Trudeau thinking about it?
No, there's a lot of people suggest that he should. Actually, my brother-in-law, my sister's husband, they euthanized him. He'd had a stroke and was pretty unhealthy. So they made this. There's a whole process you go through up there with a panel of doctors, and I guess you have to kind of apply to do it.
It's a pretty serious deal. Yeah. So Yuri, who I spoke to just now, he was a while back, but he sparred with Trudeau at Gleason's gym in New York.
Oh, really? Oh,
yeah. Let's just say he's a worse boxer than he is as a prime minister, which is hard to believe.
Duguay sparred with his mother, Trudeau's mother.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
that was the rumor. Oh, Studio 54.
Yeah, sword fight.
One sword.
Yeah.
Oh God. I'm going to watch the Eclipse of my daughters in Valparaiso, Indiana, and then heading to Lafayette to watch my brothers to watch Purdue. Oh, nice.
Oh yeah. Wow, that's a huge game.
Yeah. You know what? Who's this? The female basketball player, Caitlin something.
Clark.
Caitlin Clark. She's really kind of trailblazing the whole women's sports thing, right?
Yeah. She's incredible. I mean, there's talk of her. There's a summer league, like a 3-on-3 league. I think I forget who one of the rap guys runs it, and he wants her to play in it with the men. Yeah, because she can shoot. I mean, she just drains from anywhere on the floor.
What you have? So they lost last night, though, right, in the championship game.
Right. Yeah. South Carolina was a very strong team.
Yeah. Did you watch the game?
Did not. No, I just read about it this morning.
I
was watching the Strangers last night.
Yeah, they put well, man. They're on a roll.
Yeah.
What's your take on players? Sorry, go ahead.
No, Rempe kind of struggled a bit, but it's tough. He's sitting on the bench.
Yeah. He's a young kid, too.
Yeah, exactly.
Playing like a man, but he's still a young kid.
He did get shot by the poison dart, though, about 5 in from the blue line. He just took a digger. No one.
Oh, is that right?
That happens, especially,
Absolutely, it happens. I watched myself some more games that I played in, man.
The difference is when you're 5'9", no one notices. When you're 6'9", everybody in the building.
Timber. That's a long way to go down.
Yeah.
We had Willie Huber was a big man. He was like 6'4", 6'5". And there's a couple of times in practice, especially with Herbie. He's got the weaving out. Don't worry, she's fine. Weaving in and out and everything. And we're going, look out, he's going down. Big Billy.
Hide the children.
What's your take on players committing suicide that suffer from CTE? Well, first of all, we don't know that they are suffering from CTE. There could be a lot of different.
We had that factors.
Yeah, we had that one summer. Remember, it was Rippon, Beauregard, and Wade Belak all lost their lives.
Yeah.
And everybody can just assume that it was all from suicide. It was not. Rippon was. He had mental illness. Beauregard was a drug issue. And Wade Belak, it was up in Canada, so they don't have to release it, but it was a different.
He did something silly. Not silly, but a little bit weird.
Right. Yeah. It's kind of,
the problem with the CTE and the suicides and the depression is you can't clinically define it. I mean, we only know about CTE when we do a post-mortem autopsy. So there's I can't look at a doctor can't look at anybody and say, hey, you have CTE. It's just unfortunate. I think, it's a risk that you're going to run. Really not much you can do about it.
Well, in the case of, from what I understand, the case of Simon took his life recently, they won't be able to test his brain.
There was a lot, from my understanding, people knew him. I don't know if you know him real well, but he had a lot of stuff going on. Yeah.
He was broke. I do think, and again, I'm just a part of it. It's not all of it. There's a lot of cases, guys get older, and our pension isn't very good. We didn't make a whole lot of money, and some of it was financial. Apparently, he was really in trouble financially.
Bad shape financially, And I think the CTE, if you do have like financial issues or some kind of depression, it's going to amplify it for sure. Yeah.
And we keep talking about this all the time, and you and I both know this. There's so much you can do to make your brain healthy, to fight off CTE and brain damage. The foods you eat, exercise, the way you think, reading, exercising your brain, doing crosswords, all that stuff. Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's like it's an old saying: "Don't sit in your own, you know what."
Yeah.
And I think we're all, we all can get wrapped up in that. Poor me, poor me. And then it's like, pour me another one, and then you got another problem.
Yeah, you know what? I even noticed it too. There she is, the wonderful Beth. What's happening?
She can't hear you.
Oh. Yeah. So I went to the gym yesterday morning. It was open at 7:00. The person there to open it at 7:00 was not there at 7:00. Mm-hmm. So about 10 minutes, I had to stand outside. This nice gentleman, really nice, but he's one of those guys very negative. Like he hates everything. I forgot it. It's like eating healthy food, right? When you eat healthy food all the time, then you eat bad food. You really notice it.
You notice it.
Yeah. So the same thing with the thought process. And this guy, again, really nice older gentleman, but just all going off on everything. This is terrible. That guy's terrible. And
it's amazing how really powerful negative thought can be.
Yeah. Same thing conversely, and positive thoughts too,
positive
right?
Thought, yeah. I mean, they both have their limitations, but I know for like my past experience when I've had fighters I've had one fighter on the way out to a fight in Long Island, pro fight. He said, as soon as he said that, I said, oh, this is not going to be good. And that stopped in the second round. And it was a fight. He clearly was the better of the two. He just, for whatever was going on, I think he had some issues with his marital status. And, it's it's a kind of thing that can really affect your performance.
Yeah. William, a former veteran, have a lot of friends in the military committed suicide. It's a major problem. Yes, it is. Yeah.
Yeah. And with the veteran community, it's a huge problem. And there's thought that, we're talking about CTE, that, some of the veterans who unfortunately took their life that were not deployed. So the question is, if they weren't deployed, it's not what they saw, which, in most cases, it's the PTSD from the horror that they witnessed. But what they're thinking now is that when you're training, especially with ordnance, you're getting little concussions all the time.
Yeah.
When you're setting off ordnance, and that even if you're not deployed, but in your training, that you're going to end up with, something similar to CTE or CTE. And that's can cause a big depression issue.
Yeah. I think you have a pretty good idea when people have CT. Well, yeah, but there's also dementia, other health issues as well. But yeah, I see your point. I think if you look at an athlete and they're having mental health issues, you would assume contact sport like hockey or football or soccer.
Soccer, most people don't realize that's a huge issue because of the heading of the ball.
Yeah.
Those are small concussions every time.
Yeah. Mike Webster was pretty obvious. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's where it all started, right? Isn't that wasn't his brain that was sent? Yeah.
Yeah. They started with him. The poor guy was.
Bad. I saw a documentary talking to his son. Some of the things he was saying, like he had no money, so his teeth would fall out. And he'd use super glue to put his teeth back in, that kind of stuff.
Well, do you remember Jerry Quarry?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. So toward the end of his life, he was so bad off. His brother had to dress him. He couldn't even tie his shoes. He was really bad.
Right. Yeah, it's kind of sad too.
Yeah, very sad.
Yeah. And again, listen, in some cases you just can't stop. If it's going to be there, it's going to be there. But there's so much you can do to fight it.
The league, we all know the league's trying to cut down or eliminate fighting, which will never happen. It's just part of that type of game where there's spontaneous action. You're going to get angry and fight. We see it in all the other sports, but for some reason they always zero in on hockey. But you get brawls in baseball too. Yeah. It's not as common, but it does happen.
And the concussions still happen. You know this, I know you do. But your brain floats around in your skull, so you don't have to get hit in your head to get a concussion.
Right. Yeah.
In fact, they did a documentary, the fighters, and relating that to CTE, and had a doctor coming on in the end. He says, "Yeah, but you got to remember, the fighters only make up like 5% of the guys that get concussions or something. So it falls a small amount." So.
Yeah, I think with the glass now the way it is, and,
and the equipment too, right? They're like weapons. The elbow pads are like weapons now.
Weapons, and also you remove the red line. So if a D-man's turning, he's got a guy come on 190 miles an hour. And that definitely changed things.
Remember when Lindros came in the league and started running guys through the end boards? Like, oh my God.
Yeah, he's a big man.
We played an alumni game in Philly, like 8, 9, 10 years. I can't remember what it was. And he was on the ice with me, and he was still in pretty good shape skating. I said, "Can you slow down a little bit?" He's such a nice guy too, right?
He is.
I said, "Can you slow down a little bit?" I was just joking with him, and he goes, "Oh, I'm sorry."
Yeah.
But I'm just thinking that.
The hands that guy had for a big dude like that was just crazy.
Yeah.
Great guy, though.
So he's really pushing now to take hitting out of the game, isn't he? He and Ken Dryden, aren't they really?
Yeah, and again, I don't know. That kind of it's going to happen. Even so, like if you go to your local rink and you watch a men's league game at night, and there's no, I think it's kind of worse.
Oh yeah, totally.
Because it just there's no clear line of what to do out there, and I think it makes it worse. I don't see it ever happen.
Yeah. Well, Stuart Gretzky a few weeks ago said he thinks hitting should be taken out of all hockey if you're not moving up to potentially be a pro player. If it's just like some men's league game or a midget game.
But again, the problem is you're going to have incidental hitting. And,
Well, you watch girls hockey, they're not supposed to hit either. They hit.
Yeah. Part of the problem too is, like if you go to a men's league game, some of the guys maybe just started to play.
Yeah.
So they're going to there's going to be stick injuries and stuff because guys really are off balance and taking a digger kind of thing. But yeah, I don't see how you could really even regulate that. How would that look?
I know. Yes, Mark, I have depression for my time. I take medication, which has changed my life. I recommend vets to speak to a mental health. It changed my life. Yep.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Don't be that.
Thanks for sharing that.
Yeah.
Too, by the way.
Yes. Good point. Yeah, you're right. Don't. And we all do it. I still do it a little bit too, and I shouldn't. You get that tough guy mentality that I don't need to tell anybody my problems.
Yeah. So when I had my hernia surgery, they prescribed painkiller, and I was like,
yeah.
And they said, no, we're giving it because you're in pain, And if you don't take your pain medication, it slows down the healing process.
Oh, really? Oh,
yeah. I didn't know that, but it makes sense. Yeah.
Really? But how would that work then?
I'm not sure the mechanism, but this is what I was told by the doctors. No, don't be, just take it and when you need it. Yeah.
I guess it's something like a hernia, right? If you're always in pain, you're wincing and everything, right?
Well, this was post-surgery,
right?
So there was a little bit of pain, but yeah, I thought I'd tough it out. And I said, no, that's why we give it to you. Don't be stupid. I said, well, it's pretty easy for me to do.
I know, yeah. This is true. You know what it is too? We talked about this, like, see, the athletes have a high, like a boxer or hockey players have a high pain threshold. I think we're just so used to getting hurt that we know it's going to go away, right?
It's constantly, even now in this later part of my life, something's always hurting.
Oh yeah, I know.
And then, that's just the way it is.
Isn't it funny? I did a podcast with Terry Ryan. Terry Ryan is on the show in Canada called Shorzy.
He's a pisser.
Yeah, he's funny, isn't he? I didn't realize. So I was with the IMG when we represented him, but I didn't deal with him directly, so I didn't realize what personality he had.
Yeah.
Apparently, there's a story when he was in junior up in Tri-Cities. He was driving around. He had the crash test dummy mask. So he put it on. He's driving around and he's holding like really, and then he turns his head, and
freaking people out.
Can you imagine if you drove up beside somebody that's got the crash test?
Oh my God! There was early on when Barstool first started with Bissonette.
Oh yeah,
Before it really took off, there was, it's on YouTube. You got to search it a little bit, but he went up and spent like a weekend. And Terry Ryan's father played for a while in the WHA, and he's even a bigger personality than Terry. And in fact, he's a Beatles fan. He's got like one room that's just Beatle albums everywhere, memorabilia, and he's a pretty interesting guy too. So it was pretty funny. Yeah.
Good. Yeah, Terry was unbelievable. He's the whole Shorzy thing, got the teeth out and the whole bit. Yeah, he's funny.
He's playing in some like senior league or something.
Yeah. He's in Dallenberg Shear's playing as well.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, there's another guy that financially just something happened there.
Yeah. I mean, it's when we played, like I've told people, like I made $60,000 my first year. I had a $25,000 signing bonus, and I thought I have the Hawks.
I mean, it's all relative though. If you're making $3 million, you spend $4 million.
Yeah,
not good.
Well, that is the issue, right? You get gotten, and again, I'm not blaming the wives either, but they're used to living a certain lifestyle, and they're assuming that's the lifestyle they're going to live.
And what's the average career? You would know better than anybody. 4.5 years, something like that.
I think it's one of those things when you look at guys that don't play 100 games, it's like a year and a half. Once you played over 100 games, I think that's the mark. Then it goes up to something like 5 or 6. Yeah.
So think of that. So for 5 years, let's say you're making $2 million a year. So it's $10 million.
Yeah.
After the taxes, you're down to 4. Right now, when you retire, if you're 27, 28 years old, that's a lot of money still. Right. But if you're going to support that lifestyle that you know what I'm saying? Like the money just doesn't. It's not there.
Totally, yeah. And I noticed that even my final salary, I think, was like $350,000 a year when I finally retired. Then I went off and started my own agent business. Then IMG came on to hire me. And I never sitting down with Mike Barnett. He says, I know you think you're going to make $300,000 right away, but you're not. It's going to be like $75,000. Right. And you just think that you're always going to, you work your salary up to a certain level. That's one thing you talk to a lot of former athletes where, hey, listen, the life was fantastic. It was a dream come true, all those things. But you really kind of restart your life again once you retire. Like you're living this certain lifestyle, both financially, emotionally. So it's
many years ago, we just had got done doing some track work, and Billy Garren was holding out, and Johnny Mack, who I have a lot of respect for, he's a pretty bright
funny
guy.
Yeah, he's funny too. Yeah.
He's got a very good dry sense of humor. Yeah. But what he said, Billy, just remember one thing: what you're making now, you're not going to make out in the real world again. So don't get so like, even if it's what John was saying, and he was speaking personally. It was my last year, whatever. If they only offer me $500K, I'm taking it. Because you can't. You're not going to make it out there real easy.
It's true. It's very true. Yeah. That's the thing. You sit out a year. Like when they had the lockout for Brett Shears, were signs. Oh, I didn't know that people didn't like him. He was tough though. Yeah, that's the thing. When they had the lockout in 04-05, when Bob Goodenow was running the Players Association, he had told everybody, all the agents, listen, this is going to be a 2-year lockout. And I remember sitting there listening to him. Yeah. You don't really think about 1 year goes by, and now we're going to go in the second one. Luckily, they replaced him, and we got a deal done. So the problem he had there, I understand why he, the leverage and all that kind of stuff. But if a guy's going to play 10 years and for 2 years he sits out, he loses all that income, he's dreamed his whole life of playing in the NHL. It just, the players were just never going to stay together for 2 years.
It can't. And when you're talking about 2 years, 2 years is a big, so if your average career is 5 years,
Oh,
that's a big
God.
big chunk of your
Yep.
career is gone that you can't recover. You're not going to you age, you know.
Well, even in 1 year, Darren Langdon had ended his career.
Yeah.
It may have ended anyways, but he's had to sit around for a whole year. And now to come back as that fourth line grinder, with young kids who were coming up,
Right.
taking spots. And so, it'd be clear with Donald, with Bob Goodenow too. He did a lot of great things.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on, somebody's back here. Hold on, Tracy alert. Hold on, hello, Mark. Hi, Mimsy. And coming in like she's the queen, right? Look at her, like saying hello to everybody, like she's walking in like the queen. Everybody's.
That's all right. Hey, Tracy. I hope you got your eclipse glasses for today.
Yeah. But Danny's going to be saying something, like hi Tracy. Watch Danny Brooks is going to say that. Yeah. Danny DeVito. Sorry, no, Danny Brooks. What were we talking about before Tracy ruined it? Langdon, yeah. So it was actually Lou Lamoriello was very nice too. He was in New Jersey. He actually paid him anyways for it was only like $250,000, but
Lou's done that with quite a few players.
Yeah, he has, hasn't he? Like he says that scruff exterior, but he's really a good guy. Yeah.
No, he really is.
Yeah. I'm trying to be nice because Mark's on the show.
Girl, Tracy.
Yeah, but it is. It's all about Tracy, though, right? He walks in. It can't just, hey, Tracy, I'm here. It's got to be hello, everybody. Stop the show. Tracy's here.
She's got it going.
I know, right? Can't you see her like she's all like at the person at the party, right? We're all dressed up and everything like that. Everybody's at the party. She expects everybody to stop. Just pay attention to her. So I came home. I was lost. Could not adjust. Suffering from PTSD. I lose my family one day. I was in Winnipeg. I told him at a Canadian vet. Wow, very cool.
All right.
And again, like Mark said before, thank you for sharing that stuff.
Yeah, thanks, Bill. It's important that people hear that because there are, people that suffer with PTSD and are able to get the help that they need.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I was bouncing around there, but I was talking about Bob Goodenow too. So when Bob Goodenow came in 1990, I think it was roughly, it was we had Alan Eagleson, who ultimately went to jail, and there really wasn't much of the Players Association. It was the agreements were written up on a napkin, and then Bob came in. He really organized things and really did a lot of great things for the players. Salary disclosure came in. It was weird to think that we didn't have salary disclosure before. We used to argue about it whether we should or not. And again, Bob's done a ton of great things, but the salary disclosure was one of the biggest things. So what everybody else knew.
Yeah, you need it for arbitration. I mean,
but near the end, he just was so. God, it was like rude. He's just a rude individual. Like he plays little games with the agents that if you get a contract done, he'd always call you out and say, "Oh, that's not a good enough contract," trying to embarrass everybody. So he'd keep squeezing. Mike Liut was working for the Players Association one time, and we played against each other. So he kind of assigned Mike to contact me to kind of read me out a little bit. And Mike on the phone said, "Sorry, Tom, you know what's going on. I have to call, but let's just pretend we had a conversation."
Was Lee working for the union then?
Yes, he was. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, he'd gone to law school. He was an intelligent guy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay, let me see. All right. Okay, now stop it, jackass, because I was just trying to say hello. I'm trying to get your rendezvous. Okay. See, you know how somebody, when they get like upset like that, using bad language like jackass and everything, that's obviously means that was what she was doing, and now she's being called out for it. Right. So that's why I see it.
Or maybe that's just how she perceives.
Do you think she's sensitive?
No. I mean the term jackass.
Yeah, I mean, would you consider that a bad word? Did you consider that a bad word?
No, it's a donkey.
Good point by you.
Yeah.
A donkey, hold on, it's my love language. Is a donkey is a relative of a horse, correct?
I think so, yeah, sure. Yeah. They're equine, yeah.
Horses.
I like that word, equine.
Equine, nice call on that one. That's like doing academia.
Yeah.
Love that word. I love when somebody says, well, we in the academia, we academias.
Means you're in a school.
Yeah, I'm smarter than everybody else, yes.
Yeah.
It's funny how there's certain words, right? Like ass could be used in a lot of different ways, right?
Yeah.
As the animal, somebody's buttocks.
Yeah.
Okay, I gotta cover something. Okay. Like my producer for the Full Change podcast, Tom Smith, big user of the bidet, big believer in the bidet. Okay. He called it a life changer. And I thought about during the weekend, I said, so your life has changed because you squirt cold water up your butt?
He may need to spend some money on therapy.
Right. Yeah. You're talking about. I think the climbing Mount Kilimanjaro.
And I don't know the man. I didn't offend him, but
because think about it, cold water sprayed on your butt. That's
or then again, it may be that he has everything in order in his life, and that just little bit really nails everything down. That's possible too. Yeah.
It just fascinates me, the whole bidet thing, the whole process. Like you think, okay, in normal situation, you poop, you wipe your butt, you pull your pants up, you go, right? Here with the bidet, so you poop. Now you have to sit in the proper place so the water's, squirting right where it needs to squirt. You sit there for a while, and then now you got to get up. Now, how do you know you've got all the poop? This is what really gets me here. How do you know you got all the poop up? You can't. You have a mirror to check. Because now you got to get.
Yeah, you got to get a mirror, like when they look under the cars at the border for bombs. Yeah,
right. A poop mirror, because then you got to dry it off.
Hey, there's an idea. Why don't you get a smaller version of it?
Right.
Market it. Go to market it because it's kind of like you can't see what's the last part to go over the fence, so you need that.
Right. Because then you got to dry your butt off,
and you have to self-inspection.
Right. If there's still poop there, you're going to get poop on the towel. Now you got to wash the towel.
That's a whole production.
Just like wipe your butt.
Yeah.
Let me see here. Is that you asked me on Saturday if I had to use the bidet? Yes, Tracy. Obviously, you have not been watching the show. This has been the theme of the shows here lately, talking about the bidets, and I think we're doing it.
Tom is doing some research on it.
Right. At least research. Yeah. Yesterday made corn soup. Yesterday, I made my own broth. Did I tell you I made my own broth?
Here we go.
Yeah, that's right. I woke up this morning.
Yeah,
the soup was
still there.
Yeah, I made my own vegetable broth.
Man, I did.
I started saving my old vegetables.
Yeah.
Put them in a little plastic bag in the refrigerator. Put them in a pot, and then water, as much water you want in there, and it was good. It's tasty.
You could put your old fruit in it. You can make some hooch.
Greshner said one time, Ron Greshner, he'd got a juicer, and he said he put potatoes in there to make vodka.
He's a man.
Isn't there vodka that's made with rice or potatoes? They make it either way.
I think so. Yeah.
You know that. What are you talking about?
Yeah, no, it's just fermentation.
Yeah, fermentation. Oh, you got some big words going there today. That's hitting me.
Fermentation, like foods that like pickles and all that kind of stuff, is good for your stuff.
Yeah. Well, that's like with the sourdough when you make the starter.
Same
it's
thing.
All fermenting. Yeah. Oh, I made some sourdough bread. Oh, I've got that down now. Found it's much better to bake it on a cookie sheet as opposed to doing it in a Dutch oven. That's my opinion.
Now, your oven, is it a traditional oven or do you have the convection oven?
Traditional.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. And I think we talked about this too, that once the sourdough, if I don't use it all, I put it in the freezer. Well, we talked about this, yeah. And then you pull it out and you run it under water and put it in the oven again. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
The smell of it too, right? That's one of those foods like turkeys, like that.
Yeah, some of those fermented foods and stuff like that, the longer it goes, the better it gets.
Yeah. It's like you and I.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We're fermenting.
We're fermenting, yes. We're just going
to what's that I smell? I'm just fermenting.
Yeah. We're just going compliment going 20 minutes ago. Oh wow. Yeah, excuse me. I burped it there.
Yeah, he didn't make it, Susan. He didn't make
it. Let's talk about burping. I just burped there a little bit. I tried to hide it, but it's a natural process, right? Why is it something that is like it's gas that you got to get out of your body?
Well, it's just somewhere along the line it became rude. Both ends. I think.
Well, they say that there is actual poop particles. There's another name for that. They come out when you do pass gas.
I'm not sure about that.
Yeah.
But yeah,
this is true. This is what I heard. But the burp thing is gas, like, right?
Yeah.
Like
just another exit way, right. A different exit strategy.
Did we talk about this? There's some place where people wash their face with their urine.
That guy's a pisser.
We didn't even practice that. That was good. Oh goodness.
Yeah. So Juan Marquez, who was in boxing, a pretty famous fighter, multi-time champion. He used to drink his own urine because of the vitamins in it. But it's kind of like if it came out, it's not fat soluble, so it's just going to go right through you again. But that's what he did, drank his own urine.
Well, but you think about that, it's really nothing bad for you, right? It's
sterile. It is sterile. I mean, but
the idea though, it's just
it's gross.
I could tell a really gross story right now, but
no, it's not.
Nah, yeah. Let me see here. Potatoes might be for to make homemade vodka. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
How would you make homemade vodka then? How would you do that? You got to get a big distill, right?
So my buddy did it too. He built his own distiller, like copper. It was quite a process. Yeah.
Oh.
Like as a hobby.
So what do you do then? You grind up the potatoes or?
Yeah, I guess. But he was making different flavor vodkas. Like one was coffee flavored, one was this, one was that. Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah, I know what. I did have a baking stone. I would make my own pizza. The thing would always keep breaking though on me. I guess I didn't get a very good one. I'd love to have one. What's that?
It would crack?
Yeah, I think the problem was though, I think I left it in the oven over and over, so it's heating it cold and hot
multiple
cold,
times. Yeah.
Oh, pizza! I kept the sourdough pizza going now. Oh my goodness. Another thing I made homemade mustard yesterday.
How do you make that?
So you get mustard
Seeds.
powder. Mustard powder, you put seeds in if you want. Put water in, turmeric, paprika, a little bit of salt. That was all. And then you got to cook that up for about 35, 40 minutes, get it thickened up. And you come back with vinegar and they cook it up again to get it thicker again. And the thing is, I made a couple of batches. I didn't research enough. When you first make it, I guess when you put it in the powder in water first, it becomes like this really acidic. It's really bitter to taste. And then they say you keep it in the fridge for like a week, and that bitterness goes away. It becomes regular mustard.
I love mustard. I use it. So when I have my hard-boiled eggs in the morning, I put some avocado oil, mayonnaise, and mustard.
Oh,
it's really good.
Nice. But mustard, I had a lot of sodium in it when it's store-bought mustard. I scanned it, and
again, it's just read the label because
that's why I figured, okay, I'll try to make my own. But then you end up putting salt in it anyway. So
and ketchup is the worst because ketchup is just pure sugar.
Yeah, that's high fructose corn syrup, right? Is that it?
Yeah. Again, you got to just check the label, but yeah.
And what is that? Is that like hardening your arteries, kind of?
No, it's a super processed sugar made from corn.
Right.
And it's probably the main reason that this country's got such an obesity rate now because they put it's cheap.
Yeah.
So when a food manufacturer wants to sweeten something up, they'll use high fructose corn syrup. And I forget I think there's a stat like in 1980, how many pounds of sugar a year a person ate compared to now. It's quadrupled.
Well, especially like, making your own ketchup isn't that big of a deal. You get the sweetness from sun roasted tomatoes, sun roasted peppers, or you can put them in the air fryer. That gives it the sweetness.
Yeah.
Garlic, spinach. So it's all healthy stuff. Put capers in there. And I rinse off my capers because they get preservatives on and everything. So that gives it a little bit of salty flavor. Throw that in the blender. And you got, if you want to put an apple cider vinegar in there with it, and you get your own kind of ketchup dipping sauce, whatever you want to call it. And,
you can customize to the way you like it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. How sweet you want, whatever.
Yeah. Wasabi is great. I like wasabi.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man.
Oh.
That'll clear your sinuses.
Isn't one of those foods so that like it burns sometimes, but you love eating it, even though it's
you know what? I love horseradish, and that's really healthy for you. Horseradish.
Yeah. That's funny. Like, so even though it gives you a burn, you still like it. It's like being married, right?
Pretty much.
Yeah, you still do it. If it burns. You do it again.
You keep going back. That was.
You do it again, and you do it again.
Yeah.
Oh God, it burnt first time.
That's when you need a little fructose in there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sweeten it up a bit.
Oh, burns. But I'm going to do it again.
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
Well, I forget who told me, but it was like, I wanted to play. He goes, well, you should have married a girl named Cinnamon. There's your first clue right there.
Yes, we agree with you there, Bruce. It is the worst. It's amazing.
It's poison, straight up toxic.
Yeah. Do you think that's the biggest thing? One of the biggest things with the diet is understanding like the education part of it, like what's good for you, what's bad for you.
Yeah, and again, we've discussed this many times. You got to research the research because the FDA has been infiltrated by the sugar industry for decades now.
Yeah.
And,
no kidding. Yeah. Okay, what is here? Tracy's now taking center stage here again. Naked and Afraid or Extreme Cheapskates. I from C. Tom. Oh my goodness.
Extreme Cheapskates.
Jeez.
Is that the one where they coupon? I think, Tracy, is that the one? Yeah.
Naked
you coupon, Tom? Are you couponing?
No. You know what I do though? The good guy that I am.
Yeah.
So if I get coupons, I go in the parking lot, see some lady or something, hand them out. Yeah.
Really? All
yes,
right.
I do. Yeah. I'm not just gonna throw them and leave them there. Put them to use. Give them to some person that needs help.
You could really use them.
Yeah. Makes me feel good.
Yeah.
Let me see here. High Love. Oh my goodness.
Hey, Barry's got away with the women. So,
but you know what I think it is? It's like she's got this vitriol attitude. Is that good word? Vitriol?
Yeah.
Attitude towards me.
Yeah.
So then she's over nice to other people to show that she's not right. Yeah.
Yeah.
To make him feel make me feel even worse that she's so capable of being so sweet, but she's not to me. Right.
Well, you haven't deserved it yet.
Is that what you think so?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
See, that's why you and I are friends. You'll tell me the truth. Like even
I'm not going to sugarcoat it.
Yeah, it's tough love, right?
Yeah. Horseradish is great. I love you put it on like even beef. It's great. It's just I love.
Oh, really?
Spinach. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Have a great day, guys. All right, William, you
William,
glorious
have a great
veteran,
one,
you.
brother. Yeah, thanks again for your service, William.
Yeah. Vitriolic attitude. There you go.
Yeah.
Thank you, Bruce, for putting in.
We need Bruce keep him around. We're going to need him.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, just smarten up the show a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you're smart. Like you've got all this information, and I can dummy it down pretty quick.
Yeah, my information is just random. There's no connection to it, though. That's the problem.
No, not true at all. Not true at all. Let's see. So Tracy's going up to Tracy wants to make sure everybody knows that Tracy's going up to Cooperstown on the 28th.
Make sure you get to the brewery up there. We when I was up there with the team, we went. It was tremendous. Ulagan, it was really good. Yeah. Are
you good? Like a brewery guy? Do you like the beers? Those brewed?
I don't drink beer, but the food was tremendous. Yeah.
Very soon. Can't wait for her to come up with her boys. Looking forward to finally meeting you here in person.
Talk about time.
Barry, don't get drawn in. Come on, please.
Yeah.
You're a better man than that. You're a young man. You got a whole life ahead of you. Don't get drawn in. Okay.
Don't look into the light.
Yeah. So garlic is good for you too, right? Isn't it good? Yeah. Oh,
very good for you.
How are you feeling though? Like, so you're talking to somebody that get the bad garlic breath. Would you tell them? Does it bother you?
Just back up or,
right.
Yeah. I think for me, my thing is I don't like to taste it in my food, but it's it's not like overpowering.
Yeah.
Like especially sometimes you get Italian food and it's just you see the big chunks of garlic, like whoa.
See, I don't mind that. I like the big chunks.
Not for me. Not for me.
Well, the problem when you're cooking with garlic, you got to be careful, right? Because it gets really bitter if you overcook it, right? If it gets brown.
You can burn it. Yeah. Now, how are you with what's that? It's like parsley, but it's all Mexican food. Can't think of it right now.
Cilantro?
I don't. No.
Not a cilantro guy. Well, I'm big in cilantro.
And they say Beth was saying that's like a genetic thing. Either you like it, there's no in between. Either you love it or you hate it.
Wow, I like it a lot. Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty healthy for you. Like we touched on kale before, right? People are still getting hung up on kale. Isn't it just like a decoration? It's not that good for you, is it?
It's there's better thing. What probably the more healthy green to eat, and we'll have to ask Molly about this when we talk to her. But watercress is extremely healthy. Yeah, but it's a pain. For a while I was making it in salad. I mean, you got to wash it, you got to strip it down. It's a lot of work.
Oh, cool. There's Ken R. How you doing there, brother? Mark Tom, hello. Same to you.
Good morning.
So Barry's going to be taking. Actually, I know what you guys are all doing. You're all conspiring against me right now.
It's actually a meeting.
Like take Tracy here. Yeah, I'll do that, Mark. Right? There's no
you don't know our password. Yeah.
Seriously, right? Do you guys practice before the show?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
More garlic, the better. That's food for guys. Yeah, healthy too. Yeah. Healthy honey. Really oh, you know what? A buddy of mine up in Marquette, Michigan, John Kyle, my old roommate, Kyle's brother.
Walt's brother. Yeah.
Sent me some raw, unfiltered honey that he's making in his backyard. Oh man, it tastes good too.
And my friend Steve got a beehive for Christmas from the kids.
Oh,
so they actually, I think pretty soon they're going to send him the queen bee and all that kind of stuff, and you set it up, and there's a whole process because it's really you're dealing with nature, but. Yeah.
Oh, we're going to go totally natural, like our own made spaghetti, our own.
Well, they say, like, I suffer from seasonal allergies. If you do the pollen that's in your community,
right,
that pollen will help buffer your immune system to the pollen.
Do you take turmeric?
I don't take it specifically, but there's food.
See, I found like I used to have allergies, and since I started doing the turmeric and ginger, because it's an anti-inflammatory, right? So it gets your nasal passages.
And really, what allergies is just your immune system responding to the pollen attacking it, so you get inflamed. Yeah. Right.
Dill is good. Tracy says.
Good too.
So this is like Tracy's saying, like I like dill. She says dill is good. So that's nobody should argue with that whatsoever. That's dill is good.
It is good with salmon.
Oh yeah. Yeah. How about like fresh, as opposed to getting at the store, like ground up, like with parsley or dill or whatever? I mean, it's still
good. Yeah. I mean, obviously the best is anything you pull right out of the garden because that's it.
We pull Tracy out of the garden. Like,
so Dale Purinton sends me this video. He's living, I don't know where he lives, way up in BC somewhere.
Right.
It's him climbing into a grizzly bear den. I'm thinking, Dale, you're a pretty tough guy, but maybe you don't want to do that.
Yeah.
I'll send it to you. It's pretty funny.
He's a sick puppy.
Oh, he is.
Dougie DeVito's here. Thanks. And now Dougie DeVito goes down too. So you just lost it right there. Hold on. Get out of there. Lost. Hi, Tracy. Oh, here we go again. Hi, love.
There you go. She's got an army. She's assembling.
I know,
an
right?
army.
Right.
Yeah.
Seriously. Maybe she does her own podcast. She doesn't tell me about it. And
It could be.
yeah.
Yeah. I wonder what the title of it is. Tracy, what's the title of it? Or what would it be?
Well, she titled it Terrific Tracy. That's what we call it. Terrific Tracy.
And Terrible Tom.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Tom's the queen bee.
TTTT. Terrific Tracy, Terrible Tom. There you go. 4 T.
Oh, okay. So now you know she's really like being firm now because all capitals there. It's not just
I don't think I'd want to be on her wrong side.
Oh, no kidding, right? Just even like having her send messages to you, like text or whatever. The text alone that could be vicious.
She's a pretty strong woman.
Vitriolic.
Yeah.
I like that word, vitriolic.
Yeah.
The word of the day. What do we got here, Barry Shelley? A place here makes dill flavored popcorn. Wow.
Oh, that's weird. Yeah, I gotta try that.
How are we doing at popcorn? We'd like to our popcorn from a health standpoint.
Yeah, I'm fine with it.
It's fiber, right?
Yeah. And again, it's corn.
Yeah, that's true. You no butter though, right? We can't do the butter.
Well, you can, but don't like everything else. I think the popcorn that gets you in trouble is all the sugary ones, like caramel coated, all that. It's great stuff. Don't get me wrong. Like I used to love my Cracker Jacks, but
I know,
that
right?
The toy was weak though. Really, what was that?
But when you're a kid though, you thought it was pretty cool, didn't you?
Not even then I figured out. I said this is false advertising.
Right.
Yeah.
How about when you just get the baseball cards and the bubble gum? And actually it was the bubble gum on it and everything like that?
The bubble gum would actually be cardboard.
Yeah.
They spray painted paint and then it would just fall apart in your mouth. Yeah. And then all your baseball cards had that coating on it.
Exactly.
Bubble gum coating,
then half the time when you open it up, the bubble gum's all cracked and everything too. So
some of my best fights I've ever had, like schoolyard fights, were baseball cards. So we used to play like 2 games. One, who could get closest to the wall when you toss it.
Right.
And then if you leaned it, oh man, you're taking all the cards. And,
did you ever play horseshoes?
Yeah, we had one where I lived on the lake.
That's a great game.
Yeah,
that's a great game. Yeah. You have the backward spin going on it, or how'd you do it?
Yeah, I was a flipper.
Oh, you're a flipper. Right.
Yeah.
You get that's that little knob there. That's you put your thumb on it there, so you get that backward spin.
Yeah, my dad and I would play a lot.
Oh yeah, my father used to play the fire department. They have fire department the games they played like almost like Olympics, tug of war.
Yeah, I think cornhole has replaced.
Who came up with the name cornhole?
It meant something entirely different in my youth.
Yeah. Like, seriously, how would you?
Yeah, the first time I heard, I said, "Excuse me, pardon, what?
You're throwing a bag through somebody's hole, right?"
You know what I did? No, is it? See, I don't have the NHL network.
I don't either. Yeah.
You know what I did see though? There's a professional, I kid you not, research it, professional pillow fighting league.
I heard about this. I did.
And these guys actually have some technique. I was doing a spinorama and it was pretty cool.
I saw a video where some guy out in the street just walks up to somebody and hits him in the head with a pillow. And then hands him. I know, yeah. But then he hands the person another pillow. They have a pillow fight out in the streets. Yeah. Let me see here. Oh, I'm out in Southampton today.
All right.
Bougie for work, Mark. Maybe next time you're out.
Well, when we're out there, you'll have to come to the beach and we'll do a beach workout.
Right. Yeah. Tracy, don't be like Mark. Don't take your shirt off, though. Okay.
I'll train her up in some Filipino martial arts just to keep you at bay.
Right. Yeah. I'm out in the Hamptons today. Southampton today. Bougie boo. It's
really not that. You know what though? Southampton to me is not really bougie. I mean, there's a center of town where everyone's walking around dressed very nicely. God bless them. But it's kind of like, to me, it's like being in a really nice town and then a mile away is the ocean. See, the Jersey Shore, when you step out of the house, you know you're down the shore. The sand's in the air. You can smell the ocean.
Oh, that's I like that. Yeah. Nice.
Southampton's a little different.
Isn't it nice when you drive up to a town like that and you can smell the salt water and all that stuff?
Yeah.
Oh, man, that's cool.
But it's very nice. Yeah.
Yes, it is. I shouldn't talk. I live in Greenwich, Connecticut. So what am I talking about?
Yeah. What are you talking about?
Bazooka Joe. Best in comics.
I saw a comedian years ago. Dude, he came out and told this horrible joke, and he goes, "Hold on, I got more." He starts pulling out his pocket with all the jokes on the back of the little comic that they're putting in there. Yeah.
Ron Jameson, you magical creature, magical veteran. How you doing, brother?
Yeah.
Okay, so where we at? So you got to wear the special glasses for what you call it today, the eclipse. Is that true?
Yeah. Well, because the RV is still not RV. The UV is still coming through. But here's a real simple solution. Don't look up for 3 minutes. It's pretty simple. Yeah.
I've looked up at it before. I don't want to get people in trouble. I've looked up at it before. Never.
Van Gogh.
What's the theory then? Because it intensifies the rays.
Well, it burns out your retina. You go blind.
But if you look at the sun when it isn't an eclipse, you're not going blind.
You're really not looking at it. I mean, you're glancing at it. You can't. If you stared at like Van Gogh, the artist did. That's why his impressionistic paintings were impressionistic, because his vision was all jacked up.
Do you know the sun is actually white? This is what our guy Neil.
Oh, Tyson, whatever.
Neil Tyson.
Gracie. Yeah.
The Gracie. That's what he says. It's white.
Well, he would know.
Yeah.
I mean, there are different color stars. I mean, what I think he might mean is the age of the star. They do designate colors to them as the age.
Huh.
Yeah.
Exactly, jackass. Exactly to what? Which comment that I made?
It's just a gross generalization. It refers to you.
Remember I told her to keep her shirt on?
She just has to hit the button. It's a
yeah.
go-to for Tom.
Just any statement I make
exactly.
covers it. Oh.
Yeah.
Let me see here. Is podcast some secret word in this application? Is podcast some secret word in this application?
No.
Is podcast? Last minute.
You're gonna have to elaborate on that.
Yeah, we're not too smart here, right?
You gotta remember. Yeah, you got a couple guys who are not the sharpest tools in the shed.
Amazon.com.
We're knocking on the door though, but
yeah,
we're not quite in yet.
So Amazon sent him a number 5. I think he needs 5 glasses. I think.
Oh, okay. Yeah. 5 pair of glasses. Yeah. Why do we call it a pair of glasses? I guess because there's 2, but it's really one glass.
Yeah.
It's one. Yeah.
Yeah. There's a few words that are like that, right? Like, what was it? Oh, I saw a thing the other day about that. It was pretty interesting. Like why we call things certain. Like why do we call Tracy? Like what?
Because it's her name. Yeah, that one I got. Yeah.
You could call her ma'am,
oh,
Mrs.
Yeah,
Miss.
Susan, did I ever?
Yeah, I heard it. I did not feel it where I was.
So our first floor is a pad. We're like, there's no basement. And I was sitting down here and I heard a loud bang, which I thought was a transformer. And then the house started to shake. I thought, well, that's a big truck going by. And then I felt the earth under my feet going like this. Nah, that's an earthquake. So I called my son Ty. I said, Ty, because I said, did you feel it? He goes, yeah, I was on the toilet. I said, well, did you think maybe you caused it? Was that your first thought? Because as the moment that earthquake hit, somewhere there was some father with his like 4 or 5 year old son going, pull my thumb. Just at that moment, that kid will listen to his father forever.
Very good. The Yankees had scheduled the game for 2:00. Seems 6. Yes, I saw that.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh, here we go. Oh, goodness. Dougie, you've done this before to me.
I think really what's going to boil down to, you're going to have her on.
Have Tracy on?
Yeah, I think that's what it's boiling down to.
See,
I'll moderate. It'll be like, remember Firing Line?
Yeah. But
so
okay, here's what I'm afraid of, though. Okay, so I have to ask her to be on the show, obviously, right?
Yeah.
So now what she's going to do is I'm going to ask. She's going to decline. Mm-hmm. Just to show. I mean, she really wants to come on the show, but she just wants.
By the way, but that's fine.
Well, yeah. But I'm just predicting that she's going to say no, make it seem like now I have to beg her to come on the show, right?
It'd be like, remember 60 Minutes back in the day? They had Jane Kilpatrick and I forget the other guy, and they would Saturday Night Live did the Jane, you ignorance, so. Oh. But I'll be the moderator. We can have a panel. We'll pick a topic and we'll go from there.
Okay. Yeah. Pandering at the highest level.
Yeah,
what's the definition of pandering?
Groveling.
Oh, well, so I would be pandering.
Yeah.
If I was
begging.
I wouldn't really be pandering. She would make it into me pandering by her reaction.
Of course. Yeah.
Right.
She's only human.
Oh, goodness. I got my new gym there, Crush Gym. Very large Hispanic population.
Yeah.
Hard working people. There's all the blue collars. Some of these other gyms are all kind of foo-fooey, like where Tracy goes.
I'm setting up my gym in the woods.
Oh.
So I bought eye hooks.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to find a dead tree with a limb. I'll put one in there. I have my double end bag. And then I bought door handles because during COVID, all the gyms were closed. So I went to Home Depot. I bought a railroad tie.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
I chopped it in half. I put door handles on it to do power cleans and stuff. I got video of my friend Alan and I doing it. But yeah, so I picked out my spot way back in the woods. Nobody's going to know I'm back there.
Nice. That's cool.
Well, they'll find me. There'll be nothing left of me, but squirrels sitting around chewing on me. But yeah, and then I bought it's a belt like to do a tire pull.
Yeah.
So I'm going to put the eye hooks in some dead sizable like logs and then do backward log pull. Yeah, it's going to be fun.
All right, cool. Excellent.
Yeah.
Tracy for president. Danny, come on. Good Lord.
Well, right now, that's a good call, actually.
Well, that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pandering is kissing up, right?
Yeah, she's too young though. You got to be like near death.
Have dementia.
Yeah, you get dementia. And, yeah.
Oh, here she is bragging now. She's bragging. Okay, I do Peloton at home. Like I just don't ride the bike. I do Peloton at home. Can you hear her voice? Kind of like I do Peloton at home.
Yeah.
Like kind of like I'm Tracy. Let me see here. Let me see. Yeah, I want to buy a book. See, Susan's always, the book is completed. It's just now finalizing everything.
Can I just make a statement?
Yes, you certainly can.
Yeah, that's 2 females now that
I know.
are on your. Yeah, you got to get your act together, bro.
I know.
You got to get that book out.
And you know what it is? And there's Barry, there's Danny. You know, now all sucking up to these women too. Like,
well,
and again, Tracy's doing it. She's I love. Like she calls me jackass, and she calls them love.
Yeah, well, there's a statement there somewhere.
It is.
Yeah.
Oh goodness, Mark, you'll find proof that bears really do shit in the woods. There you go.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
And here's the thing. In all seriousness, for a sound to happen, does somebody have to be there to receive the sound? Is it like what if nobody's there to receive the sound?
No,
we don't know.
The sound is there. You just don't hear it.
Huh. But that's really a hard one to prove, though.
You can't. I mean,
yeah.
You can't. You're either there or you're not. But yeah, where I hike, Bruce, there's bear. I mean, and so I've got on my hip a canister of bear spray.
Oh, do you sure some?
Oh yeah, yeah. And I walk with my it's probably like close to 6 foot long walking stick, which gives me 6 foot of space if a bear jumps me.
What about all this stuff that you're supposed to lay there and play dead?
No, that's the worst thing you could do.
Really?
Absolute worst. Yeah, because they'll think you're a toy. You're supposed to puff up and look big and really get aggressive.
Oh.
Yeah. And then put your head between your legs and kiss your ass goodbye.
I saw a video today, real video, and this guy's he's got the baby on this thing on his chest, and then he's another child who's walking, holding his hand, and there's a bear coming behind, and the wife is standing there narrating, saying, the bear's coming. And he's still holding on to the kids. I said, give the kids to your wife, have her take the kids and go fight for your family, for God's sakes.
Well, the really easiest, bear spray is good, but if it's a windy day, it doesn't work.
Right.
The best thing to do is hike with a really fat guy.
Oh.
Well, because you can outrun him.
Okay, gotcha.
So, yeah.
Tracy Perez comments. Okay, let me see here. What's Doug DeVito with my hip? I'm like 55 again.
There you go.
Which was like 54 before. Sorry, Doug, but you were sucking up to Tracy, so that's just not acceptable.
You're drawing a line in the sand, aren't you?
Well, enough's enough. You just can't keep taking it, right? I mean, you got to stick up for once in a while.
Yeah, I thought you were tougher. I don't know.
Seriously? Okay, let's comment on that. So it's not, as a man, you can't just keep taking abuse from everybody. Like Susan, Tracy, then Doug DeVito jumps in, Barry Shelley.
It was kind of a boomerang effect.
Yeah.
You put it out there, and now it's coming back.
Oh, I see. Okay. Birds scatter when a tree falls. They hear it. Therefore, there is a sound. Well, the birds hear it. So there's something there to hear it. That's my point. But what if the birds weren't there? Is there still a sound? Right.
Huh. No way to find out.
Yeah. Just looked up the name Tracy. That it was when it came up. A woman who seems as beautiful, powerful, amazing as a god. Oh, Barry.
Wow. I think Barry just jumped the shark there, I think.
No kidding. I mean, that goes over the top. Good gracious. Huh. Good. Yeah, have Tracy and Espo have a debate. There you go.
Yeah.
Oh, Phil's that older gentleman. He really didn't have a filter before. He certainly doesn't have a filter now.
How old is Phil now, you think?
It's got to be in the 80s.
Yeah. Where's he live? He's still in Florida. Right?
Down in Florida, yep.
Yeah.
I think he still does the radio for the Tampa Bay Lightning.
He was president for quite a while at Tampa Bay, right?
Yes. Well, he put the deal together to get the team down there, found the money and everything from the Chinese, I believe.
Japanese it was, yeah. Japanese.
Yeah. No, I take his credit. He really is.
Well, Beth and I have friends down there, and they got a huge file. I mean, lightning stuff everywhere.
Yeah. Well, they won those 2 cups too. Yeah. Or 3 cups, 3 in a row. Was that the one?
I forget.
Yeah. And Awesome is beautiful. No, good God, Dougie. maybe I'll just look directly into the.
They're the team that frightens me for the first round.
Oh yeah, they're experienced. They've been there before.
And
Hedman.
Yeah. Hedman. I don't really care for the coach, but he gets it done.
He does, right? He's got that way about him, like he's smooth.
You want to smack him.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, like he's too pretty.
But he is a good coach.
Yeah, it's like Tracy's gonna say that's what she's like.
He's an interesting story too. I mean, where'd they get that guy from? A high school team or something?
Yeah, he wasn't coaching at all. He was starting coaching.
I think he was a lacrosse coach. Yeah, it was his game, really.
Yeah, really. But, how he gets to know all these famous people too. Like he's friends with all these Charles Barkley and everybody.
Yeah. I think if you can coach, you can coach.
Yeah.
No, in other words, I don't think it's a big difference between coaching lacrosse and hockey.
Yeah. You know what? And the game's not that complicated. I think some of these coaches want to make it complicated, make it look like they're doing something.
I had a kid that was.
No, I was just going to comment on Susan. Susan, you're right. You pointed it out to me, and I did not look at it that way, and I was wrong. Thank you very much.
I had a kid I coached. He was playing Bowdoin, which is up like the NESCAT Division 3. I said, "What do you play forward?" He goes, "No, Rover." I said, "What do you mean Rover?" And his coach had some kind of. I said, "Oh God, please stop! Don't try to reinvent." I know
that's something we'll coach that. Yeah. I'm smarter than this.
Well,
how about hold on? This is that's unnecessary.
Yeah, that's
right.
Aggressive.
Am I being sensitive here?
No, I think it's funny. I'm laughing. I'm sorry. Good. That's pretty good, Tracy.
Yes, you did.
Just to prove yourself right or wrong.
Yeah. Look into the sun again. That's vicious. That's vitriolic, right?
That's acerbic.
Are you acerbic?
Acerbic.
Acerbic? Oh, really?
Yeah.
What's that word mean?
Cutting, like really getting in there.
Oh, that's a good word.
The scapula and
and she did that. Like I think she looked up acerbic and said, "How can I be acerbic?"
Yeah, or acerbic, not acidic.
Acerbic?
Yeah, ASCERBIC. Acerbic.
There you go, Dougie. Yeah, now you're back. Now you're back.
There you go.
I was worried about Dougie there. I thought maybe he was drinking or something.
New friend.
Yeah. Here's Roy Anderson. Depression is normal. Sometimes you're down, other times you don't feel good unless you're dragged up a farm. Just enjoy the best you can.
Exactly. Yeah, I think the biggest, and we'll get a little serious here again, but major problem in this country is pharmaceuticals. I mean, we're putting young kids on Ritalin and all kinds of Concerta and all these things. It's not necessary.
Totally. Yeah. It's amazing. We just got like kind of addicted, like all the advertising on TV.
Well, you know what it is too, Tom? Like you see so many young kids now that are on some type of Adderall or Concerta or something. And it's because it's the nutrition. If you slam a Pop-Tart down your kid's throat and send him off on a school bus, you think he's going to be able to focus? He's going to be all jacked up. Yeah. And
I don't mean to blame teachers too, but I mean, like the kids are wound up sometimes. Like, don't label them as have some problem. But
it's just our inclination is just to throw drug at every problem we have in this world.
Yeah. I tried name dropping Tom name, and they said who and had to pay for it. Ron.
What? Well, there's a whole tide is turning here. Yeah.
And you know when it started too. You know when it started.
Yeah.
Point back to one person.
Yeah. There's an epicenter. She
made the grand entrance into the room, right? Grand entrance.
The epicenter.
Yeah. Here I come. I'm Tracy. I'm coming into the room. Tom, I should invest in sunscreen company and wear the product. No, don't use sunscreen. Get the vitamin D in. No, I want to be careful. I don't. If you should wear sunscreen, you should. I just all natural.
Yeah.
All natural. Tom got a zing from Facebooker. I posted the meaning of the word Tracy. It went against their community standards.
Well, there might be something to that. Yeah.
See, okay, now Danny came back and
did you spell it correctly or did you spell it incorrectly?
Tracy, yeah.
There's multiple ways to spell Tracy.
Yeah, I'm sensing the Barry's coming back into the fold here. Like, back into the fold. Explain that statement to me. So it means to come back in line.
The only thing.
See, Tracy cut him off. Okay. All right, we lost Mark. We can't hear you, buddy. Can't hear you. All right, so we're gonna shut her down. We're at we're almost an hour, anyways. Man, we were babbling today. As soon as Tracy got on. Thanks, Mark. Good seeing you. Everybody, again, 988 hotline. Let's be sure helping everybody, even Tracy. Hope you guys have a good week. We'll see you next week. Actually, we'll see you on Thursday.